Okay, I hope you're here, and you're here to just learn how to understand the positive and negative feedback and how these things work. Obviously, I had to read a textbook by Volini as I prepare for my MFT exam, and I thought I would share maybe for someone who needs to understand this whole positive and negative feedback, maybe in the easiest way. So I had to learn that the positive feedback means good for the system, for the family system, while the negative feedback loop means bad for the family system. So when you're thinking about, like, if you have a question that asks what the negative feedback loops are for or serve, they serve the purpose of self-correction. And that's what it really mean, that, when a family is rigid and not wanting to change, for example, if you have a family member that is using drugs or alcohol, and any changes that are going to be brought into the family, whether it is communication, conflicts, or just ways for this person or the individual to cope, there will be rigidity. And that's what you're talking about. So the family wants to conserve their old behavior, because any changes is going to cause a lot of problems. So the homeostasis is, you have rules and roles, the boundaries and emotions and interactional dynamics that allow the family to communicate with each member with the other, or subsystems with the other. So anything that diverts that homeostasis to something else because you're bringing in change is what is called it's going to be disturbing the system. So the negative feedback loops are supposed to be to self-correct deviations from the norm or the homeostasis, and actually return the system, the whole system, to the status quo. So failure to respond to any changes in the environment, or loss of flexibility in the rules and the roles and the boundaries and the expectations that have been developed for the family. That's what the negative feedback loop. So think about a family that is resisting change. They are using the negative feedback loops to do that. And vice versa. So the positive feedback is, introduction of adaptation. They are ready to change some of these rules and boundaries and emotions and interactional dynamics, and that is in the efforts to adapt toward change. So they are welcoming the change, whether it's the therapist that is bringing in the change or suggesting the change. The family uses the positive feedback to adapt to the new rules. Of course, that doesn't come with, that flexibility doesn't come without, of course, risks. So there will be risks, for chaos, because remember, we're not trying to sustain the homeostasis or the status quo. We're trying to bring in change, change of rules, boundaries, and roles, and that's what this is all about. So positive is gearing the family towards changing and adopting the new behavior, while negative is trying to make sure that there is no change that happens, because people are used to being in that equilibrium, like that sameness is hard to change. So I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, please ask me. If you have comments, please comment. And I hope that I gave you the best way to remember the negative and the feedback. Just remember, negative is bad and positive is good. Obviously, we want the good for the family. Okay? Thank you very much.